Off your puns, you sure hope 10 and 4 don't go off today. Otherwise, it'll be a long day.
Nicely done. That's why you're the best color commentary guys. It's a zone that Oklahoma Christian is going to start out with. We get the ball to Bella Stone. Out front to Natalie Seiss. Seiss on the wing to Stone. Stone looking over the defense. Dribbles. Now gets the ball to Hurst. Hurst looking over the defense. One pass to Seiss. Seiss dribbling. Trying to get the ball down low. She's going to put up a shot. Anyway, no good. Ball rebounded by Decker, and then it's going to be off the knee, I believe, of one of the Oklahoma Christian players.
So a little bit of break there, and ironically, rebounding is the one side where we do well in the Lone Star Conference, and we have a definite advantage here as we're going against this 2-3 zone defense to start the game out.
Ayanna McCurdy will inbounds the ball, the do-everything player for Eastern. Stone with it. We've got 20 on the shot clock. Out to Hurst. Stone cross-courts the ball to Seiss. Seiss looking over the defense to Stone. Puts the ball on the floor. Goes up with a 15-foot jump shot, and good.
Much better shot selection there, and a much better result as that was up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Stone.
So the Greyhounds have a quick 2-0 lead into the front court. This is Day. Gets the ball to Blackburn. Puts the ball on the floor. She's going to kick the ball out front, and that is going to be a traveling violation.
So the Greyhounds open up playing person-to-person defense, and it results in a quick travel turnover. Exactly how you'd want to start this game if you're coach.
Bella Stone cross-courts the ball to Natalie Seiss. Seiss looks back over to Stone. Stone looking. Puts the ball on the floor. Takes the ball to the free throw line extended. 15 on the shot clock. We high post the ball to McCurdy. Down low. The ball is going to be stolen away. There's a pass, and that is going to be run down by Blackburn. Blackburn looking over the defense. And there's going to be a 3-ball, and that is off the mark, rebounded by McCurdy.
So the Greyhounds, almost is still there down the court quickly.
Stone throws up the floater, no good, and the ball is going to be rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy dribbles out front, gets the ball to Seiss. She's going to drive baseline and has her tripped, but if we have ball to Decker, Decker goes up strong and good.
Decker definitely is going to have a size advantage down low. You know, one of our strengths is being able to feed her down in the paint, so I would expect to see that early and often tonight.
Day into the front court, looking over the defense, dribbles over to the left wing and gets the ball to Bradley out front. There's a pump fake, putting the ball on the floor. There's going to be Blackburn, gets the ball on the baseline to Day. Day looking over the defense, shot clock down to 10. She's going to drive baseline, throws up the floater. They're going to get Anisha Hurst, I think, with the foul.
Well, Anisha tried to rotate over and get position, but according to the officials, she's not going to be planted.
Oh, no, they're actually going to go with Bella Stone.
Okay, so with Stone, whoever they ended up calling it on to were collapsing on the defense, neither got planted, so they're going to call the block. The first free throw is up and good, so the first points of the night for Oklahoma Christian.
And you were pointing out off microphone, Jody, this is one thing they do well, and then they missed the free throw. But there was 70% free throw shooting team.
Well, maybe we gave them the jinx, but yeah, they shoot about 5% better on the year than the Greyhounds do, which is surprising for a team that hadn't won a game.
Yeah, Hurst dribble at the top of the key, gets the ball to Julia Chavez, checks in the game. Now we hike the ball out front to Hurst. She's going to penetrate, throws up the floater, and she is going to get fouled, and she will go to the line and shoot a pair.
So the Eagles continue to run a 2-3 zone defense, and the real way to break that is going to be through passing, so you would expect to start seeing some more ball movement around the perimeter, which then hopefully will open up the inside down low, and you can use your big bodies down there like Decker to get that up and in.
Hurst, free throw up and good, reestablishes a 4-point lead for Eastern with 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. Second one up, and that is also good. Biggest lead of the game for the Greyhound ladies.
They've quickly built it out to 6-1, 7.5 to go here in the first quarter. They allow them to bring it down, not applying any full court pressure, but still in the man defense.
Day will come over the high post screen, takes the ball out front, wide open three. That's going to be off the mark, and it is going to be rebounded by Oklahoma Christian. They get the ball out front to Bain. There's going to be another three up. That is going to be off the mark, and they are going to get the rebound again. Day with the step-through move, and she is going to get fouled. She'll go back to the line and shoot a pair.
So Day just continues to drive into the middle. They're not afraid to take anybody on, and she is not very big, 5'5", so she just is a bull in a china shop, puts it down, goes in, and able to draw that foul on Decker to give Decker a reverse foul. But again, something we thought they would be better at than us, a free throw, they miss.
Yep, so the best she can do is make it a 4-point game, and does. That'll get Hannah Nussbaumer into the game for the Greyhound ladies, replacing Kamira Decker.
And Decker ran into this last week. She got into foul trouble early and spent a lot of the time on the bench.
Yep, can't afford to have her out, especially with Armand only at half strength. Natalie Stice dribbling the ball up front, gets the ball to Chavez. Chavez tries her luck with a three, that's off the mark. It's going to be rebounded by Hers. Goes out front to Chavez, back to Hers. We huck the ball across court to Stice. She puts the ball on the floor, goes to the crossover, looks out front to Chavez. Chavez is going to drive. I think that's going to be a 3-second violation.
I was just about to say, I wonder if that was going to happen, because we just kind of got caught standing there thinking a shot was going up. Did not clear out, and then we go down, drive down the left-hand side. Just too much time watching the paint dry.
Day into the front court. She's going to come over the high post screen. She's going to penetrate, has her shot blocked, and steps Ayana McCurdy off and running. McCurdy is going to drive to the hoop, finger rolls it up and good.
Nice job by McCurdy just to get that ball under control, take it up an easy basket. 8-2, 6:20 left to go in the first quarter.
Into the front court, Bradley gets the ball to Blackburn. They cross-court the ball to Bradley, puts the ball on the floor. She's going to glide, throws up the runner, no good. Rebound. Shot is going to be up and good. That was their post player that got that back.
That's where you really notice Decker not on the court, as they're able to come in and get a rebound, and the coach doesn't like that at all, so we're going to go ahead and have a substitution to get some size back in the middle.
Natalie Stice missed the shot, and the ball rebounded by Oklahoma Christian. Day into the front court. They get the ball to Bradley. Bradley thought about driving, is going to come over the double screen. Goes up with a 15-foot jump shot. That's going to be off the mark, rebounded by McCurdy. Into the front court here is Stice. Stice is going to fall down. There's twice now that she's been tripped, and the referees have not called anything. McCurdy, though, drives the hoop off. That's good.
McCurdy with a little delayed step-through move, and she gets a wide-open lane to the basket, able to put that up and in off the glass.
And they are going to get Hurst with a reach-in foul on that particular play.
But really no need for that. Hurst just seems to get caught up and stuck right there. Didn't work out well. Was out at the top of the block, so not any pressure on a shot or anything. Just made a simple mistake.
Laura Rowe checks into the game for the Greyhound ladies, along with Stacy Abjabiowe. They get the ball in the corner. There's going to be baseline drive. And there is going to be, that's got to be, what are they going to say? Are they going to say that was a foul on the Greyhounds?
They are.
Okay. So that is going to go against, I believe, Stacy. Yeah, and their strategy is just take the ball to the hoop. There's going to be a steal, though, by Stice. Stice is going to glide to the hoop, left-handed layup, missed the shot, and they finally do call a foul on Oklahoma Christian.
Well, Stice was going against Levings there, 5'11". She has about a 3-inch advantage, so that one-on-one was going to be tough. Stice does a good job, though, just maneuvering the ball around and drawing the foul, so she'll get to go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, Natalie probably, okay, well, you do have a whistle. It is functional. Free throw up, free throw good. And I mean, the referees are right there, and if they thought that Natalie just tripped on her own on those two plays, then that's one thing. But kind of looked like she got
for sure did. The first one, I think she did just fall, but that second one, there was clear contact.
Day is going to drive, throws up the finger roll. That's going to be a count, a basket,
and really getting in against people 5-6 inches taller and making things happen. Is she's at the free throw line now to take advantage of that last foul, and she does.
Yep, makes the and one, so it's now a 5-point game. Asher Ross has checked in the game. She played very well for the Greyhounds on Saturday. We cross-court the ball to Rowe. Rowe is going to drive, gets the ball to Ross. Ross goes up off glass, no good. Ball rebounded by McCurdy. She loses the ball, and it is Day off and running. Let's see if Day tries to take the ball to the hoop. No, goes out front. They got the ball. There is going to be Bain. She is going to put up the three. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Chavez.
Well, Bain never had her feet planted there. She kind of stuttered steps, so no surprise she missed it. And then just like that, Eastern comes down, tries to get a pass off, and it is deflected out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
Yep. Laura Rowe will check the ball in bounds. Bella Stone getting ready to check back into the game. She was the poster child for Greyhound women's basketball going into today's game on the website. Bella gets the ball in bounds to Laura. Front to Stice. Stice thought about shooting. Goes to Rowe. Down low to Ross. Ross is going to pivot. Cross courts. Gets the ball to Stone. Stone out front. Laura puts the ball on the floor. We're trying to get the ball down low. We go out front instead of Stacy. Stacy backs down, goes up with a shot, and they are going to say that's an offensive call. I think that's a good call.
It's a good call. A little bit delayed on the whistle, but she did lower her shoulder, push off, and then stepped around and put it up. And by the time the ball hits the rim, they are blowing the whistle on her. So that'll go back over, and that's already going to be the second foul.
Day will bring the ball into the front court. Greyhounds playing man-to-man. Day is just going to attack the hoop. Goes up with a finger roll, but we're just not stopping her.
No, it's just like there, it's almost like we just stood around and watched her take that ball in, and she's got her 7th point on the night already.
Yeah. Natalie Stice with the ball, puts the ball on the floor, looks, tries to get the ball down low to Watson, does. Watts backs in, double team. She's going to go up with a shot, and she's going to get fouled.
And really what you can see Oklahoma Christian doing is they're playing the zone defense, but they're really packing the lane. I think they recognize as well that is where if we're going to have an advantage, it'll be down low as Decker comes back in to hopefully kind of take advantage of that. But they're not really worried about the outside shot too much. But you look down in the lane, there's 3 or 4 of them in there at a time, so it's tough sledding whenever you get the ball, and it has resulted in a few fouls tonight.
Asher Ross will be shooting the 2 for the Greyhound ladies, young lady from Duncanville, Texas. 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. Free throw up, and that one good. Greyhound lead back to 4. McCurdy will check back into the game if Asha makes this free throw. She does not. And now Day with the ball, picked up by Anasia Hurst. Goes over to the wing. They get the ball to Bradley. Bradley comes over the screen, kicks it in the corner. There's going to be a 3 ball that is going to be off the mark and rebounded by Decker.
Decker right away just showing her size presence in there, able to go up and grab that.
Hurst dribbles the ball in the front court, gets the ball in the wing. Stone is going to attack. Now to Stice. Stice up with a 3 ball. That's going to be in and out. Decker with the rebound. Decker powers the ball up. She's fouled. She'll go to line and shoot a pair.
Well, it really worked well there was Decker understanding where she was at and reestablishing position instead of going right back up with it. Doing so, she kind of catches the defense off because they thought, she's going to just step and shoot. She ends up drawing the foul, even though the shot really didn't come close. She does draw the foul, and that's already going to be, I think, the 16th foul on them. So they're racking the fouls up here pretty quick.
Decker misses the first free throw, so the best she can do is make it a 5-point game with 3:12 to go.
Well, we started off a perfect 5 for 5, and now I've missed the last 2 free throws, so hopefully she can change it here, and she does.
And she does. A little full-court pressure being put on, and Day will bring the ball up the court, guarded by Hurst. She is just going to drive to the hoop, throws up the shot, and she is going to get fouled by Decker. And it's just, Jody, we have not been able to stop her all day long.
I think part of it is we're not sure really what to do. She drove in there and just left her feet, but she's so diminutive that when she left her feet, she went even halfway up past Decker's upper body and then just slams into her. So Decker goes to the bench again. That's 2 fouls here in the first quarter, finding herself in foul trouble. But I don't think they're used to having somebody that quick come into the paint. They're just not sure what to do with it, and she's not afraid to do it. She keeps driving in and hits another one now. 14-11, Greyhounds lead.
We get the ball to Hurst. Hurst is going to go up with a 3. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Oklahoma Christian. Maine gets the ball to Bradley. Bradley into the front court. Dribbling, gets the ball on the wing, out front. They get the ball down low. The ball stolen away by Bella Stone. Stone into the front court. She is going to go with a crossover. Takes the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy up with a 15-foot J and good.
And that just looked good and pure. She just comes around, finds the open area there, about a 10-foot jumper. Nothing but net. Back to a 5-point lead for the Greyhounds.
Day into the front court. She's going to come over the screen. Goes baseline. Dribbling. Gets the ball out front. There's going to be a 3 ball, and Oklahoma Christian has cut the lead down to 2.
Give them credit. They're just not going away. They continue to fight back here, and they make that 3-pointer to make it a 1-possession game.
Hurst gets the ball to Nussbaumer. Nussbaumer thought about driving baseline. Goes out front to Hurst. Hurst bounces the ball to Stice. Stice goes up with a 15-foot jump shot. In and out. Ball rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy missed the wide-open shot, and then, I believe, tipped the ball off one of their players.
Tough break. McCurdy had an easy shot there, just couldn't get it to go, rattled around the rim and fell out. And we're seeing the first substitution. It took 8 minutes into this first quarter for the Eagles' first substitution to come in.
Yep, and now they're bringing in another one. Lexi Borgstadt will check into the game. We're looking. We get the ball out front to Sice. Sice looking over the defense, motioning everybody out of the way. Gets the ball in the high post. McCurdy goes up with another jump shot. That's going to be off the mark. Going to be rebounded by Hurst, and then Hurst loses the ball.
Hurst got to be careful there and not create a foul. She was a little frustrated. She turned the ball over and almost got a little too aggressive.
Yep, goes past Day. Day banks it in, and they have their first lead of the game.
Well, the bank's open all day in that case, and now first one to double digits. Day, who averages 9 points a game, has 12 already in this first quarter.
Greyhounds trailing by 1. Bella Stone is going to try her luck with a 3, and she answers right back.
Bella Stone from about a foot deeper with the old anything you can do, I can do better.
And the Greyhounds now have a 2-point lead with a minute exactly to play here in the first quarter. Day dribbling the ball, gets the ball on the wing to Bradley. They lob the ball down low. There's going to be a shot up, and the shot is going to be good. That was a good job of getting the ball down to the low post.
Yeah, they're doing a very nice job of moving the ball around and getting it down low, whether it's Day penetrating or on an entry pass like that. And now the game's all tied up at the end of the first quarter here.
Hurst gets the ball on the wing to McCurdy. Now to Stice. Stice is going to put up another 3, and she buries the 3.
So I talked about that earlier. The three-pointer didn't fall for us the other night. Tonight we started off 0 for 4, but have hit our last 2.
Into the front court, here's Bradley, dribbling the ball, going over to the wing, tries to get the ball down low, and it's stolen by Stice. Stice quickly to the front court. She is going to glide, shoots the left-handed shot, no good, and that is going to be a foul against Oklahoma Christian, and we will shoot free throws with 13 seconds to go.
Well, Oklahoma Christian did everything right. They put Stice into a position that wasn't ideal. She missed the layup. The only problem is they fouled the rebounder afterwards, which was McCurdy. So it'll actually be McCurdy going to the line and not Stice. You don't see that very often. Usually the foul occurs on the person driving to the lane. Instead, this was on the trailing rebounder, and she does knock the first one in. 23-19, 13.8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Ayana up and good. Let's see if Day tries to take the ball to the hoop. That would be my guess. Dribbling. Little set of step. Gets the ball in the corner instead. They hike the ball out front. All wide open. 3 at the buzzer. And we've got a 2-point game. Jody will set it back for a 30. Gets the ball to Day, leading scorer in the game. She's got 12. McCurdy, the leading scorer for the Greyhound ladies. She's got 8. Day gets the ball on the wing to Bradley. Bradley dribbles, cross courts to Borgstad. Borgstad is going to try and drive, but she is going to swing the ball out front. There's going to be a baseline shot. That's going to be up, and that is going to be good. We're all tied up.
And that was Epperly with her first points of the evening. Just a nice little jumper there. And it is tied up, Doc. So let's see if the Greyhounds can respond.
That's amazing. They have not won a game. They are shooting out the lights. McCurdy goes out front to Stone. Stone dribbles now to Stice. Stice picks up the dribble, goes out front to Bell. Now to Stice. She's going to put up the 3. That is going to be off the mark and rebounded by Day, and they can regain the lead. The ball is going to be stolen by McCurdy. McCurdy looks, gets the ball to Hurst, back out front to Stone. Well, it was heads-up play by Ayana. Stone, dribbling. Gets the ball to Hurst. Hurst on the wing, dribbling. Comes over the high post screen, gets the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy goes up with a 15-foot jump shot. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Bradley.
And just what I was talking about earlier, Doc, there were 4 defenders in the lane that time, so it was just tough to get in there and find anything.
Bradley drives the hoop, left-handed shot up and good, and they have the lead back, Jody.
That gives Bradley 5 points on the night, and here they go taking the lead. They've had 16 seconds of lead time, and here they go trying to build some more.
Stice with the ball goes out front to Hurst. Hurst on the wing to Stone. Stone looking over the defense. Likes the ball, and the ball is going to be stolen away. Good defense. That was Eppley. They got the ball. That is going to be Borgstad. Goes up left-handed. No good.
I'm telling you, the defense is really creating some problems for us down there, the way they've got the lane packed. Here it is again. 4 of them basically playing in the lane right now.
Size puts the ball on the floor, glides, picks up the ball, and that is going to be, I believe, a foul on Oklahoma Christian. But they collapsed really well.
Well, it's not even so much collapsing. I've been trying to kind of figure it out because at first I thought it was a 2-3 zone, but when you look out there, they really don't have two people playing the perimeter. They've kind of got one that floats around, who that's Day, but the other four are pretty much staying around the paint. Even right now, she's 4 feet away from the paint.
And that is going to be a foul against Day, trying to fight her way through a screen. So that will be the second quick foul against them.
First foul on Day here, which we'd like to see her get in foul trouble. She's been on fire.
We got the ball in bounds to Stice. Stice puts the ball on the floor, goes up with a floater. That's going to be off the mark, rebounded by McCurdy, but thrown right to Day. Day is going to have the ball stripped out of her hands, and that is going to be due to a foul by the Greyhounds.
Yeah, came across and raked the hand coming down, but it is just hard to really describe how intense it is when we get into the paint here. When Stice took that in, she was shooting over 3 people.
Yep. Day with the ball, her team up by 2. She's going to go over to the wing, looking, hucks the ball out front. Bradley puts the ball on the floor on the baseline. There's going to be a baseline drive. Pump fake, left-handed shot up and good.
Epperly does a nice job of just stopping and letting everybody go up in the air. Then she has an uncontested easy layup. 4-point lead, largest of the night for the Eagles.
We got the ball on the baseline to Nussbaumer. Nussbaumer out front to Rowe. Rowe looking over the defense. She's going to go up with a 3, and that is good.
Well, that's how you break that congestion down low, shoot it from out top, and now back to a 1-point game. Greyhounds still trailing.
They get the ball out front on the wing. There's going to be Bradley up with the 3. That's going to be off the mark, rebounded by Chavez. Julia into the front court. She is going to drive, spins out front to Sice, and the wing to Rowe. Rowe is going to drive, pump fakes, and she is going to step on the baseline.
Yeah, she was just dangerously close, and as she came in, they just forced her a little bit further out than she wanted to be. Steps on the baseline as she's looking to get into the paint. Turnover there, so the Greyhounds still down 1, 6:49 to go here in the first half.
Day bringing the ball up the court. Comes over the screen. She is going to try and drive baseline, and that is going to be a foul against the Greyhounds.
Well, they don't keep the stat, but if they did on drawing fouls, Day just doing a great job of that tonight. That's about the 4th or 5th foul she's been able to draw. She goes to the line again, and again at 5'5", she just gets in there like a pit bull and just lowers the shoulder and goes and gets the contact. And then the nice thing for her is she usually finishes it by making the free throws if she's doing a nice job from the line tonight, where she was now 7 of 9.
Jody, they actually do keep track. I'll show you on the stat sheet the next time that one comes over, but you can actually see how many fouls a player draws now. McCurdy with the ball, her team down by 3, gets the ball to Chavez in the corner to Nussbaumer. Out front to Rowe. Rowe's going to put up the 3. That's going to be off the mark, and that's going to be an over-the-back call on Hannah Nussbaumer.
And you can see that just from anywhere in the arena. She clearly went up, came over, and tried to knock the ball away. Just bad positioning and an unfortunate break as we're still down by 3, and they cross the timeline. 6:16 to go in the first half.
Day comes over the screen, looks, goes out front. Epperly puts the ball on the floor. She glides, looks, hucks the ball across court. Out front, there's going to be Day putting up a 3, and Day nothing but net. They're just
not surprising. Yeah, 17 points on the night. She is playing out of the arena.
Chavez gets the ball to Rowe. Rowe looks out front to McCurdy. McCurdy high posts the ball to Ross. Ross is going to put the ball on the floor. She's going to throw up the shot, and she is going to get fouled.
Well, Ross ventures down into that defense and just clamps down on you, and there 2 of the players come in and not only clamp down on her, but physically actually do clamp down on her, giving the foul, and so she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Natalie Stice checks back in the game, replacing Nussbaumer. So Asher Ross on the line to shoot a pair with 5:47 to go in the first half. Free throw up and good.
Critical time in the game right now. Greyhounds need to really stay in this game and stay aggressive and not let it get away from them. They were up for most of the first half, and now they find themselves down by 5. Make that 4, so they need to stop here and get this back to a one-possession game.
Day will bring the ball up the court. McCurdy will guard her. McCurdy, our best one-on-one defender. They high post the ball. There's going to be Bain up with a jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Rowe.
The bane of our existence.
Natalie into the front court, looks over the defense, picks up the ball, goes to Rowe on the baseline of McCurdy. McCurdy's going to drive baseline, throws up the left hand to reverse, and she's going to get fouled.
So McCurdy does a nice job going in, but again, they just don't give you much room under there. That time as she's coming baseline, they're able to collapse 2 defenders on her, and again, it's because they keep 4 of them basically around the paint at all times. So this is the clearest the lane has been with them standing on the side of the free throw line.
McCurdy makes the free throw, makes it a 3-point game with 5:24 to go here in the first half, and makes them both.
And I'm sure I'll jinx them, but the Greyhounds having one of their better shooting performances tonight from the free throw line as they're shooting 86% so far.
Day into the front court, goes over to the wing. They swing, getting the ball to Blackburn. Looking out front, there's going to be Bain, drives, goes up the floater, and good. That's a good turnaround move.
Nice little spin move in the paint, and they just continue to be effective tonight as they are now shooting over 50% from the field.
5 minutes exactly to play in the first half. We'll load our board up, and we'll have a timeout here next dead ball. Get the ball on the wing to Stice. Natalie looking over the defense. Now to Chavez. Chavez puts the ball on the floor. Might have gotten away with Watt. Goes up left-handed. No good. Ball rebounded by Ross. Ross goes up. No good. Ross gets her own rebound. Goes up, and that's good.
If at first you don't succeed, try again, and they do. And Ross finally knocks it down. Gets it back to a one-possession game.
They get the ball on the baseline. Looking, they hike the ball across court out front. There was a wide open 3 for Bradley, and they're just killing us, Jody.
Boy, Bradley with a nice shot there, giving her 8 on the night, and that's going to put them shooting 50% from behind the three-point line, 54% on the night.
Out front, Laurel Rowe gets the ball to Chavez. Chavez looking over the defense, hikes the ball on the ball, stolen away. Good anticipation, and then almost a steal, but Bain controls it, gets Bradley. Bradley is going to come off the screen. She's going to drive, and that is going to be a blocking foul on Asha Ross. That is going to
50% from behind the three-point line. And it's not like they're 1 for 2. They're 5 for 10.
Oklahoma Christian looking to inbound the ball. They hike the ball out front. Getting the ball to Eppley. Now to Bradley. Bradley back to Eppley, and that is going to be a shot that's going to be up, and that is going to drop. They're just making everything they put up.
It just works. Eppley could have been blocked from behind there, but she somehow gets it up between 2 players, and then it grabs the rim and finds a way in.
Chavez gets the ball on the wing to Rowe. Rowe drives baseline, loses the ball, gets the ball back, and I think she is going to get fouled.
They are going to call a foul on that one. We keep talking about the consistency. The Greyhounds have not been very consistent tonight. They were doing fine the first quarter, but here in the second quarter, 3:30 left to go, they find themselves down 7 and really need to start finding some answers on offenses. They're shooting 20% less than what the Eagles are.
Laura Rowe, that was the 5th foul, so she is on the line to shoot a pair. Free throw up, and Laura good. She's got 4 points on the evening. Now to try and make it a 5-point game with 3:30 to go. And missed. So it's a 6-point lead. Eppley with the ball, gets the ball down low, and the ball is going to be stolen away by McCurdy. McCurdy quickly in the front court, throws the bounce pass to Stice, and Stice is going to travel. She got it caught on her hip.
That ball did just come up and got stuck on her hip. She tried everything she could do to get it back down, but that's just kind of been how things have gone tonight for the Greyhounds. We get a great defensive play, have a chance at an easy layup, and the ball decides to stick to the hip like it's got Velcro on it.
Yep. Blackburn checks back into the game for Oklahoma Christian. The Greyhounds with a little full-court pressure. They're going to get the ball to Day. Day into the front court. In the corner to Bain. Back out front to Day. Day dribbling. Gets the ball out front. They high post the ball. Goes Bain. Bain goes up with a fadeaway J. No good. Rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy quickly in the front court. She is going to glide to the hoop, and she is going to throw the ball away. And I think they are going to say that's a foul on one of the Oklahoma Christian players.
Well, McCurdy really got herself into trouble trying to push it up the court so quickly. She didn't realize she'd pushed it up past the basket. She looks up and realizes that and just tries to chuck it back in to keep the ball alive. Greyhounds are fortunate then that they get a foul, so that's going to send Stice to the line to shoot.
Natalie misses the free throw. Wow, things have just gone totally south We're down in Antarctica right now, Jody. That's about as far as we can go. And Natalie hits a lot of iron, but gets that free throw to drop, so it is a 5-point game. Full-court pressure being put on. They get the ball inbounds. Swinging. Getting the ball to Day. That's a logical thing to do. Day is going to come over the high post screen. Goes over on the wing. Out front to Bain. Bain puts the ball on the floor. Out front. Day is going to shoot the three. Nothing but net.
All day, unfortunately. 20 points on the night already.
Grahams thrown by 8 with 2:22 to go. Lowe with the ball. Gets the ball to Ross. Ross down low. Loses the ball. Gets the ball back. Out to McCurdy. McCurdy dribbles. Gets the ball to Stice. Stice on the wing to Chavez. Chavez with a 3, and Chavez answers right back.
Chavez was just yelling for that ball. She was wide open. They finally get it to her. She's able to knock it down, get it back to 5 points as we apply full court pressure.
Into the front court here is Bain. Bain is going to commit the offensive foul. Good job by Asha.
Yeah, Asha may get a little bit of help there from some acting skills she got, but when you lower that shoulder and kind of push into it, it's an easy call for the official to make on the offensive side of the ball, and that's exactly what happens there. That'll be the second foul now for Bain.
Greyhounds can cut the lead down to 3 with $1:50 to go if they can get a basket here. Chavez with the ball. Out front to Stice. Stice on the wing to Hurst, who's checked back in the game. Julia puts the ball on the floor. Now to Hurst. Hurst dribbles, looking over the defense. Tries to get the ball down low and does. That is going to be a kick out to Chavez. Baseline jump shot off the mark, and the ball is going to be rebounded by Day. Day quickly in the front court. She's just going to drive. Now she's going to kick it out front. There's going to be Bain up with a 3.
So Eastern had a chance there to get it down to 1 possession. Instead, you look up and it's back out to 8, just like that.
Man, I tell you what, I'm impressed. Give them credit. McCurdy takes the ball to hoop, banks it up and in. So the Greyhounds cut the lead to 6 with 1:05 to go. Bain into the front court. Dribbles. Goes out front. This is number 10 who's checked in the game. And there's going to be a 3 up and good.
That's Bain just dropping it down on Eastern, a 9-point lead now, 50 seconds to go here in the first half.
Unbelievable. Who would have thought that we'd give up almost 50 points? We may give up 50 points. On the wing, Chavez gets the ball down to the baseline of Hurst. Hurst looks now to Stice. Stice goes up with a 3, and Stice answers right back. And we've cut the lead to 6.
One of our best scoring nights, and we're still down by 6.
Unbelievable. Bain into the front court, gets the ball to Day. There's about a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Day being guarded by Chavez. We're down to 10 on the shot clock. Now Day will operate. Goes to the center set, goes up with a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Hurst. Gets the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy glides the hoop. Left-handed layup. At the buzzer is good. And so with the Greyhounds
starting about January 27th, she has really stepped her game up, and she's been a nightmare for Eastern. And here we go back to live action.
Greyhounds have the ball to start the second half. We get the ball to Chavez. Chavez is going to try and turn the corner. Gets the ball to Stice. Stice is going to drive baseline. Goes up with a shot, and there is it.
So that's exactly how you want to start it. Come out and get a quick bucket. Now let's see if we can get the defensive pressure stepped up.
Day comes over the high post screen. Gets the ball on the wing to Bain. Now swinging. They get the ball to Bradley out front. Trying to get the ball to Blackburn, and they do. Now Levings with the ball. Cross courts the ball to Bradley. Bradley lodges the ball down low on the baseline. Bain hits the give and go. And they're going to take the ball to hoop. Left-handed layup up and good.
Just unfortunate. They had Bradley trapped, and then both the defensive players stepped away. She turned around and had a wide-open basket.
So it is 51-47, 9:10 to go in the third quarter. McCurdy with the ball. Goes out front to Chavez. Chavez puts up the 3. That's going to be off the mark. Gets her own rebound. Gets the ball to Stice. Stice is going to glide. Goes up with a jump shot. That's going to be off the mark, and the ball is going to be tipped in. Last touch by McCurdy.
So a dry run there for the Greyhounds as they continue to try and fight back into this. They had 3 good shots there. Couldn't get any of them to fall.
And Stacey Ajabiole gets the start in the second half, Jody. I was a little surprised. So Bellstone not in there. Day kicks the ball. There's going to be a 3-pointer, and that is nothing but net for Bain.
They may not hold on to, but they're shooting about 64% now from behind the three-point line. That's just astonishing this far into a game.
Jabiowe goes up with a short jump shot and good.
And that's where I think we've got to go and get back into this game, is we do have a size differential on them, and we're able to get down and power that up.
Day is going to try and take the ball and does, and has the shot swatted, but I think they're going to get McCurdy with a foul.
And that's all she does is come in and draw those fouls. I think that's going to be the 8th foul tonight that she's drawn against the Lady Greyhounds. That's 66% of the fouls drawn by one player.
Yep. You can tell how effective she is and how often she has her hands on the ball. Free throw up and good. It is a 6-point game with 8:19 to go here in the third quarter. And she is just nothing but that right now.
22 points, shooting about 83% from the free throw line. She's just getting it done all over tonight.
Skies for the ball. She's going to put up a three. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Bradley. Bradley quickly into the front court. Gets the ball on the wing, down the corner. There's going to be a three ball up, and that is going to be off the mark, and it is going to be rebounded by Oklahoma Christian. Day is going to try her luck with a three. That's going to be in and out. The ball is going to be rebounded, and I think they are going to say that is a traveling violation by Decker. Yeah, so that's going to go over to Oklahoma Christian.
So a 7-point lead. The Greyhounds haven't really been able to do much to dig back into it. 7:55 to go here in the third quarter.
And there is going to be, let's see, an offensive foul against Oklahoma Christian. That's a huge break for us.
Well, we need something to get this turned back around. So 7-point lead for the Eagles. Let's see if we can't dig into it as we're up across the mid-court line.
Natalie gets the ball down low to Decker. Decker pump fakes, has her shot blocked, gets the ball back. Out front to McCurdy. McCurdy up with a short jump shot off glass. No good. And let's see, that is going to be a foul on Blackburn.
It'll either be on Blackburn or Decker. If it's on the Eagles, it is Blackburn, which they do finally make the call. But a lot of contact and physicality going on down there low as Decker was trying to establish position.
We're going to try and lob the ball out front, and we do, to McCurdy. McCurdy, her team down by 7, gets the ball to Chavez out front. Skies wide open three. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by McCurdy, or by Jabiowe. Missed the shot, and now an outlet pass to Day. Day into the front court, picks up the dribble, looks, throws the ball. That is going to be dribble drive penetration. Bradley throws up the jump hook, and they call her for the offensive foul. Jody, if that had gone the other way, that would have been a huge lift for Oklahoma Christian.
Oh, yeah, that shot was 4 feet up on the glass, almost hit the shot clock, and just drops down in. But fortunately, prior to that, we get the charge. So we'll come back this way, see if the Greyhounds can capitalize on it.
We got the ball on the wing to McCurdy. McCurdy, one dribble, looks, gets the ball in the corner to Stice. Stice drives baseline, picks up the dribble, goes out front to Chavez. We high post the ball, now to McCurdy. McCurdy a little stutter step, going to take the ball to the hoop, and she is going to have the ball stripped away. 4-on-2 break. They're going to get the ball. There's going to be a 3-ball, and that is going to be a traveling violation, and the good break for us is Loving has buried the 3 after she traveled. But at any rate, we're back to the here and now. The Greyhounds trailing by 7 with 6:47 to go here in the third quarter. Chavez cross-courts the ball to Stice. Stice high post the ball, gets the ball to Decker. And let's see, there is going to be a 3-second violation on the Greyhounds.
Well, every time we get a little chance to dig into this or get a chance to pick up a possession, we're shooting ourselves in the foot here in this third quarter. We have just been able to pull it back in, still down by 7.
Miri Amran checks into the game for the first time. She has been plagued by an ankle injury for the last week and a half. There's going to be a cross-court pass. They're going to get the ball to Levings. Levings looks, gets the ball in the back row cut to Day. Day goes over the shot. She gets fouled by Natalie Stice.
Well, it's like Groundhog Day. We just keep repeating the same things, and there she goes again to the line. She just keeps on getting to shoot tonight. This is going to put her on the free throw line for 12 and 13.
And she got a little lucky there, but good shooters make their own luck. That one, nothing but net. Yeah, Natalie was trailing on that play and then committed the foul when Day went up with the jump shot. It is now a 9-point lead, Jody. We get the ball to the aforementioned Natalie Stice. Slice gets the ball in the corner. We get the ball down low to Decker. Out front, Natalie's going to put the ball on the floor. Picks up her dribble, looks out front to Chavez. Chavez is going to drive, goes up with a jump shot. That's going to be off the mark, and it is going to be, I believe, a foul against. Is that going to go against Blackburn? I think it is.
I believe you are correct. It is just getting tough down there. They know they've just got to keep being physical with Decker, and that's what they do. That time they get a little bit too physical with her.
And that's 4 fouls against Blackburn.
Well, it's been rough down there. I'm telling you, when they go in, they are hammering on them and collapsing.
Chavez looking inbounds the ball, gets the ball to Decker to Chavez, and Chavez is going to travel. Yep, that's a good call. Julia did not put the ball on the floor before she picked up the pivot foot, and once again, we shoot ourselves in the foot.
There you go.
Painful wounds on the wing. There's going to be dribble drive penetration. Picking up the dribble, going up with the air ball. The ball is going to be tipped back in bounds, and here comes Laura Rowe. Rowe into the front court, gets the ball to Chavez. Chavez out front to Laura. Laura's going to put up the 3, and that is going to be an air ball.
Well, that's one of the shot selection you want to see right there. But they are going to say it was tipped, so that explains why it was 5 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, Laura's a little more accurate than that usually. 58-49, 5:31 to go here in the third quarter. Amon gets the ball to Sice. Sice dribbling, goes with the spin on the wing. Julia Chavez up with the 3. That's going to be in and out. The ball's going to get tipped, and controlled by Bain. Bain then throws the ball, and it's stolen away by Sice. And then Sice throws the ball, but Amon runs it down. Amon gets the ball out front to Laura. Laura high posts the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy puts the ball on the floor, takes the ball to the hoop, missed the shot, and there is going to be, I believe, a foul on. Yep, it's going to be on Levings for an illegal screening out.
Well, the physicality just continues down low. The ball bounced around off the rim, and then there was bodies starting to fly everywhere. So now we'll go to the line to shoot 2 as I'm on.
Mimi, the Division I transfer from Louisiana Tech. Free throw, no good. So the best you can do is make it an 8-point game with 5:04 to go in the third quarter.
We've done a better job from the free throw line tonight, so you hope you'd see some of these starting to fall, shooting over 74% tonight, and that one does fall.
And, Jody, we've only scored 5 points in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
Slowed down quite a bit from the frenetic pace that was the first half.
Yep. Day will bring the ball up the court. McCurdy will guard her. McCurdy with 2 fouls. You get the ball on the wing. There's going to be a jump shot up, and that is going to be off the mark, rebounded by Amon. Outlet to Chavez. Chavez into the front court. Goes to the center step. Looks, swings out front to Amon. Down on the baseline to McCurdy. McCurdy is going to attack the hoop. Goes up off glass and good.
Well, they just keep trying to work it down, and then that time they get some results as McCurdy's able to go in, put it off the glass, drop through, back to a 6-point game. 4:30 to go in the third quarter.
And
turnover.
Gay loses the ball. Here's Laura Rowe into the front court. She's going to glide. Goes up with a shot off glass and good.
And give Rowe credit there. They really tried to draw that charge, but she's able just to hold up enough and get the shot up down to a 4-point game. Let's get another stop here and get it to 1 possession.
Bain with the ball, gets the ball down low. There's going to be a turnaround left-handed shot up and no good. Rebounded by Amon. McCurdy into the front court. The Greyhounds can cut it to 2 with 4 minutes to go if they get a basket here. Natalie Stice out front to Chavez. Chavez on the wing to Rowe. Rowe high post the ball to Amon. Amon looks, pivots. She's going to go up with a one-handed shot and good.
Amon just gets it up and over and it drops down. So now 58-56. Greyhounds find themselves down by only 2. 3:40 to go here in the third quarter.
Boygarts goes back door, gets the ball to Bain. She's going to put up the 3. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy looking to push into the front court. Gets the ball to Stice. Stice out front. Laura Rowe with the 3 to take the lead and buries it. We've got a timeout.
At 3, she gets the Greyhounds back out in front. 59-58. 3:20 left to go as we're back to live action.
Day will bring the ball up the court. The leading scorer in the ball game. Picked up by McCurdy. Dribbling. Takes the ball on the wing. They get the ball to Bradley. Bradley dribbling. She's going to come off the screen. Looks, swings, gets the ball out front. Boygarts looking out front. Day is going to put up the 3. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Nussbaumer. Who had checked back in the game, as had hers. And now we get the ball in the corner to McCurdy. McCurdy goes up off glass, no good. Ball rebounded by Nussbaumer. Nussbaumer pivots, looks, steps through, gets the ball to Size, up with a three, in and out, and the ball is going to be rebounded, and they are going to, it's going to be off first out of bounds.
And they didn't call it, but Nussbaumer got hit in the face there as she was trying to spin around. I guess the officials missed it, which isn't surprising. There was a lot of action going on, but unfortunate break there that they didn't make that call.
Yep. Into the front court. Day gets the ball on the wing. Looking. That is going to be dribble drive penetration. There's a shot that's going to be up, and they're going to get Nussbaumer. That's a tough break because Lemmings had no chance of making that shot, but Anna was trying to play defense.
No, they did a good job of forcing her down hard into the low baseline, and she just tried to impose her will, but instead she's able to draw the foul. So I guess she did impose her will because she's at the free throw line.
And I correct myself. I think that is Epperly rather than Lemmings.
That is correct. It is Epperly up at the line. Her free throw is up and good, so see if she can stay perfect on the night as she shoots her second free throw, and she does.
And it is now a 1-point lead for Oklahoma Christian. Hurst will bring the ball into the front court for the Greyhound ladies. Gets the ball to Stice. Stice has 11 points. Out front to Rowe. Rowe high post the ball and stolen away. Day gets the ball down the court to Bradley. Out front to Day. Day lobs the ball in the lower post. There's going to be Bogarts. Bogarts is going to put up the shot, and she's going to get fouled by Laura Rowe.
Well, the whistles are coming off, and now as it's become a game of contact down low, Greyhounds kind of put something together there, and now Oklahoma Christian responding by getting the lead back and then also fighting back down here to try and get a couple more points. They'll go to the line. This will be Borgstad going to the line. This will be her first free throw attempts of the evening.
Dribbles the ball. She's the southpaw. Goes up, and they continue to shoot well, Jody.
They do. They have dropped down below 50% from the field, now shooting 49, but from the free throw line, shooting almost 90%.
And another free throw up and good, and it is back to a 3-point lead for Oklahoma Christian. Nussbaumer inbounds the ball to Hurst. And Asia into the front court. Gets the ball across court to Stice. Stice looking over the defense out to Chavez on the wing to Hurst. Hurst looking over the defense. Dribbles. Backdoor cut and threw the ball right past Julia Chavez out of bounds.
Well, Julia was doing a backdoor cut. The problem was that was passed to the low corner for a three-point shot. So player and ball 8 feet apart goes out of bounds. And Eastern fought so hard to get back here. You don't want to let it slip away as we wind down this third quarter.
Day into the front court with $1:40 to go. She is going to drive, goes baseline, goes up the shot, and that would have counted if it had dropped.
It's almost like they're conditioned as soon as Day drives, they're blowing the whistle because that whistle was very quick into any contact as she went up between three Greyhound players trying to make the basket. But Day's been doing that all night, just lowering the head and going down trying to get the easy baskets. And that gives her 25 with that made free throw, so she has been effective.
McCurdy really, really angry with the officiating. Thinks maybe a little bit one-sided that they're calling it when Day drives and not when she does. But at any rate, back to a 5-point lead for Oklahoma Christian with $1:30 to go. Chavez is going to turn the corner, and that is going to be a foul. That's going to go against Borgstad. Yes. I keep messing up her name. And that is going to be free throw shooting time for Hannah Nussbaumer, a young lady from Clovis. Free throw up and no good.
Well, that's her only shot of the evening so far, that free throw being the first time she's put the ball in the air.
Free throw up and missed them both. So, Oklahoma Christian can build their lead to an even greater margin if they get a basket here. Bradley's going to come over the screen, gets the ball. It was going to be Bain, drives, and that is going to be a blocking foul on Eastern. And that's going to put Bain on the line to shoot a pair. I think that's going to go against Hurst.
Ironically, you would think that Eastern would just have all the fouls on them, but there's actually 18 team fouls on the Eagles, 17 on the Greyhounds, which is a sign of two teams that don't have the best records when you got a lot of fouls going up.
But they are making their free throws, and it is back to a 7-point game. That's going to get Bella Stone back in the game for the Greyhounds. We haven't not seen much of Bella. I'm not sure if she's not feeling well or what the story, but she checks back in as does Kamira Decker. Stone will bring the ball up the court. She had 5 points in the first quarter, Jody. We have the ball in the wing to Stice. Stice gets the ball down low to Decker. That was a great cut to Hurst, and she is going to get fouled as she takes the ball to the hoop. That was a great pass by Kamara.
It was nice cutting down the lane, and then she just drops it in there. Hurst then tries to go up for the shot, gets fouled doing it, so she'll go to the free throw line where she's gotten her only 2 points of the evening on her first trip.
Nasha, transfer from Kirkwood Community College in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, makes the first free throw. Makes it a 6-point game with about 6 to go here in the third quarter. First free throw, nothing but net.
What's surprising is the Eagles have been able to keep this lead with no field goals in the last 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, no question about it. Brooklyn Long checks back in the game, freshman from Edmond. All of their players, Jody, are from Oklahoma, with the exception of one player from Georgia, and that's not Georgia in the United States. That's Georgia, the former Soviet Republic. There's going to be a drive. They kick the ball out front. Bradley wide open three. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Hurst.
Well, that's like the Oklahoma of Europe, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Natalie with the ball. The Greyhounds trailing by 5 with 40 seconds to go. We got the ball to Bella. Now to Hurst. Hurst in the corner to Size. Size back out front to Hurst. Hurst high post the ball to Chavez. Chavez pivots. Gets the ball to Stone. Stone. 3-pointer on the way. That's going to be off the mark. It's going to get tipped, and it is going to be tipped last touch by Oklahoma Christian.
Well, Stone did a nice job of creating some separation to get that shot up, but it just wouldn't fall for her. Give the Greyhounds credit for the effort on the hustle, able to retain possession in this 5-point game.
We got the ball out front to Stice. Stice is going to penetrate, throws up the floater, off glass, no good, and there is going to be a foul. And let's see, is that going to be against Oklahoma Christian? Yep.
It is, and it's on the floor, but they'll still be shooting.
Yep, and that is going to go, I believe, against Epperle. Or is that going to go against Bain? No, it went against
Borgstedt.
I was way off.
That's going to be the 4th foul on her, according to the computer. The board has it up at 3, so we'll see who's right here in just a second.
Kamira Decker on the line to shoot. Free throw up, and that is off the mark. So the best she can do is make it a 4-point game with 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And now they've corrected it, Jody. Now they put that to 4. Free throw no good. And they are going to get a foul against Natalie Stice. And that'll be 2 free throws for them.
That'll be 3 on Stice. Not how you want to see this quarter end out here. We've had chances after chance to get back and take the lead after we had established a 1-point lead just a few minutes ago. But give the Eagles credit. We keep giving them a punch, and they keep coming right back at it.
Yep, that is going to put on the line at number 13. This is Atlanta Hopgood. What a great last name, Hopgood. That's something a basketball player should be able to do. Missed the free throw, Jody, so the best she can do is make it a 6-point game with 17 seconds to go.
I don't think I've ever seen the first name Atlanta.
No, that is just a great first name and last name. Missed them both, so the Greyhounds have a chance to cut it to 3 with 9 seconds to go. Chavez back to Stone, out front to Hurst. Hurst, 3, 2, 1 at the buzzer. That is going to be off the mark. So with the Greyhounds trailing by 5, let's set it back for 30. Go listen to Greyhound basketball and 105 points. Absolutely. It will be Hopgood that will inbound the ball right in front of us. Gets the ball to Day, and we are back underway. Day takes the ball over on the wing, dribbling, goes out front to Hopgood, cross-courting the ball to Long. Now on the wing, they get the ball to Bradley, back out front. Looking, they high post the ball, and they're going to get Kamira Decker with a foul. Bumped into Epperle.
Decker gone a while without picking up a foul. She's gotten 2 fouls early in the first half. Gets all the way now to the 4th quarter and picks up her 3rd, so I don't think she'll go to the bench quite yet, but that's usually when we lose her, is when she gets into foul trouble.
They're going to look, and the ball's going to be stolen by McCurdy. McCurdy into the front court. She's going to take the ball right to the floor, lays it up left-handed and good.
McCurdy does a really nice job of just staying patient, reading the floor around her, and instead of trying to force the issue, slows down just enough at the end to get separation and get it back to a one-possession game.
Day comes over the screen, comes over the double screen, loses the ball, gets the ball back, goes out front to Bradley. Bradley swings, and the ball almost stolen away, but it goes right to Wong. Now Bradley high post the ball. There is going to be a turnaround J up and no good, and there is going to be a rebound by Natalie Stice.
A very nonchalant three there by Epperly. If that would have gone in, that would have just been a sign of their night.
Yep. Chavez with the ball, goes out front to McCurdy. McCurdy on the wing to Stice. Stice thought about driving, kicks to Chavez. Chavez is going to penetrate, goes up with a left-handed shot, and good.
A little jump stop move there. She's able to get in between two defenders, gets it up, and just like that, we're back to a one-point game. 8:42 left to go in the contest.
On the wing, there's going to be a drive, and they're going to kick the ball out front. Epperly hikes the ball across court. It is going to go to Bain. There's a floating shot up, no good, and the ball rebounded by Decker. Quickly in the front court, Chavez gets the ball down to McCurdy. McCurdy puts the ball on the floor, goes up with a fadeaway J. She is fouled by Day, and just like that, the Greyhounds have a chance to tie it up and maybe take a lead.
Well, fortunately for McCurdy, she got fouled because I'm not sure she knew where she was. She tried a little spin move, and I think she thought she was right there at the edge of the free throw lane, but she was so far out that it barely hit the side of the backboard. But again, fortunately for her, the foul is called, and she goes to the line, and just like that, this back-and-forth game is tied up with 8:23 left to go.
One free throw to get the lead, and she does. And the Greyhounds back on top.
Well, let's see how they respond. The last time they got up by one, quickly it fell apart. Let's see if they can hang on and build on this lead now.
And a little full court pressure being put on. Day brings the ball into the front court. She's going to come over the screen, penetrates, throws up the shot. Are they going to say count? No, they're going to say on the floor.
I am starting to kind of buy into this, that any time Day gets down in the paint, they're just blowing the whistle.
Yeah.
I saw nothing there that indicated we fouled her, but, you know, she's driving in, and there comes the whistle. And now, just like that, I was just talking about how well Decker was doing, avoiding the fouls. She comes off the court. If they called that one on her, that'll be 4, but it doesn't look like they did. It looks like they put it on Ross.
Yes, they did. Day dribbling, looks, lobs, and the ball's going to be stolen away by the Greyhounds. Asher Ross gets the ball up the court to McCurdy. McCurdy bounced past the Stice. Stice finger rolls it up. Missed the shot, but she'll go to the line. That was a great bounce pass.
Yeah, just that whole series right there. They did a nice job of getting the ball up the court quickly. Then we realized we don't have an open lane, but here comes Stice just cutting down the middle, so she drops it off and then tries to convert the layup, but she gets fouled as she's going in, so she'll go to the line. Natalie's been to the line tonight 4 times. She's 3 or 4 from the line.
Natalie Stice from Tahoka, Texas. Free throw up, free throw good. A 2-point Greyhound lead, and all of those starters back in now, Jody, even the ones with 4 fouls. Stice, free throw, nothing but net. 8 minutes exactly to play in the game. The Greyhounds lead by 3, 69-66. Day quickly in the front court, goes behind her back, almost loses the ball, but gets the ball on the wing to Bradley. Bradley puts the ball on the floor. She's going to come over the screen, looking. They try and get the ball down low, and it is stolen away by Asher Ross. Asher into the front court. She's going to drive, lays it up, missed the shot. Greyhounds get the rebound. McCurdy missed the shot, and the ball is going to be off Stacy, out of bounds. Tough break for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, Greyhounds continue to just exercise their will down low rebounding. That's going to be a 39-22 advantage on rebounds, but just can't finish and knock it out of bounds. So still a 3-point lead for the Greyhounds as we get to 7:20 left.
Day gets the ball on the wing. This is going to be Levings. Picks up the dribble, tries to get the ball down low. That is going to be a finger roll up by Bain and good. Just too much size for Julia Chavez down there. Into the front court. Stice gets the ball to Chavez. Chavez looking over the defense, over to Stice. Stice looking over the defense, puts the ball on the floor, gets the ball in the corner to Chavez. Chavez is going to take the ball, has the ball stripped out of her hands.
Chavez just trying to do too much there. She was double-teamed, tried to dribble out of it, and then ran into even more defense.
Bain goes up with a jump shot. That's going to be off the mark, and it is going to be rebounded by Chavez. Good screen out by her. 1-point Greyhound lead, 6:35 to go. There's going to be McCurdy up with a shot. No good. The ball's going to get tipped, and it is going to be off of Oklahoma Christian, and McCurdy once again down on the ground.
And that's just all pure hustle. It starts out with McCurdy just going after her own follow-up, able to knock it out, and then we tip it around down low and finally get the Eagles to knock it out of bounds. But credit the hustle play right there that was all started by number 23.
Hurst will check back in the game, as will Kamira Decker. McCurdy looking, gets the ball out front to Shice. High post the ball to Watts on the wing to Hurst. Hurst out front to Shice. Wide open three for Natalie. That's going to be off the mark, and it is going to be Hurst flying out of bounds to try and save it, but she cannot.
Yeah, Shice just hits the back of the iron, and the ball bounces way out on a long rebound, unable to bring it back in. So here comes the Eagles again as they're going to try and take the lead back.
We get the ball on the wing to Levings. Levings puts the ball on the floor. Looking, goes out front. They're going to try and swing the ball to Bradley, and they do. Bradley takes the ball to the free throw line, gets the ball in the corner. There's going to be a three ball up. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Natalie. Natalie quickly in the front court, loses the ball, gets the ball back. Wide open. She's going to go up with a jump shot. That's going to be way off the mark.
Looked like that may have been tipped a little bit, and that's why it fell so short.
May have been. There's Bradley taking the ball. She's going to kick the ball. There's going to be Bain, and she is going to travel. We got a break there, Jody.
Well, Bain with 17 points tonight, was excited to go get a couple more there. So excited she forgot one of the basic rules of basketball. You must dribble before you move both feet.
So, Anisha Hurst is limping off the court, unfortunately, Jody. She's going over to training. Greyhounds up by one with 5:30 to go. Which team will impose its will? We got the ball to Decker. Decker powers the ball. Counted center the line one time.
Well, you couldn't have had a better prelude than saying imposing their will, because that's exactly what Decker did. She got the ball down low. 3 dribbles and a body bump later, she's up and in the basket to get the lead back for the Greyhounds.
And the better news is that Blackburn fouled out on that play.
So Blackburn heads to the bench with only 2 points tonight, but she has been a defensive force down low. So let's see if that opens it up even more for the Greyhounds, as they've got a 3-point lead. Chance here to build it up to a 2-possession game, unless there's one of those amazing 3-pointers that's made with the free throw, the non-traditional 4-point play.
Free throw up, and Decker makes the free throw. It is a 4-point lead for the Greyhounds.
Gives Decker 6 on the night, so she's doing her part, and now let's see if we can't get a stop here.
Day into the front court. Going to come over the high post screen. It's going to penetrate. Step to remove. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded. We outlet the ball to McCurdy. One of the few times the Day has not made a basket or gotten fouled.
It may be V-time.
Yeah. A good time for that. We're going to get the ball back to Stice. Stice puts the ball on the floor. Looks. Throws up the floater, and good.
I don't know if that was a floater. She stood there and all of a sudden realized nobody was around her, didn't jump or anything. Throws it up from the corner, gets it in, and with that, there's going to be a timeout on the court. Greyhounds up 74-68.
Let's send it back for a 30. You're listening to Greyhound Women's Basketball on 105.9 KSL Country.
Hey y'all, this is Cody Johnson. When I was starting out in music, most every radio station and venue I went to told me no. At that point, you got 2 options. Tuck tail and quit, or buckle down and fight. Well, I'm a fighter, not a quitter. And that's why I wear Wrangler jeans and shirts. Their toughness and style are legendary. They're an iconic symbol of the West, and there's no quit in them either. Life's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And if I'm going to enjoy the ride, I'm riding in Wrangler. Wrangler, long live Cowboys.
Thank you for shopping local of RG Western Wear on the Square in Portela. Now, back to the game on the Rooney Moon Broadcasting Local Sports Network.
We're back, and just as we come back, Jody, an astounding factoid relayed to us by Dave Wagner, the outstanding sports writer for the Eastern New Mexico News. How many field goals does Oklahoma Christian have in this half?
He's saying they've got 3 this half.
That's astounding, because they had 49 points at halftime. They've got 74 now. You take away the points they scored from the field goal, they're just making a ton of those from the free throw line then.
And he's right. They had 17 at halftime, and now they have 20.
unbelievable. But the good news is, obviously, the Oklahoma Christian Eagles have been making some free throws, but the Greyhounds have the lead back now in a 6-point advantage.
Yeah, you know, if you have enough time, you got to have a statistician to keep up with it. You can find some amazing things, but that is a big one right there, for sure. They've had 12 free throws in this half.
Day gets the ball on the wing to Levings, and I think that's going to be Julia Chavez, and that is going to be 3 fouls against the Greyhound ladies. Chavez trying to deny the path to the cutter.
So 12 of their 19 points have come from the free throw line this half.
Pretty amazing. They're going to look. They lob the ball out front. Bradley puts the ball on the floor. Frost quotes, there's going to be a 3 ball. That's right on line, but that's going to be short. And rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy off to the races, into the front court. Goes to the crossover, takes the ball to the roof, puts it up, and good.
That's going to put McCurdy at 22. She's having a great night tonight, and just, again, a great job of body control there. She scores that.
An 8-point Greyhound advantage. Levings puts the ball on the floor, goes out front to Bradley. Bradley puts the ball on the floor, now on the wing. Bain up with a 3. That's going to be an air ball.
So as well as everything went shooting in the first half, it's kind of come apart here, and they're starting to fade here in the second half, and that's allowed Eastern a chance to come down and get its first double-digit lead of the night.
Under 4 minutes to play, Stice with the ball, puts the ball on the floor. She's going to take the ball, looks, gets the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy, little set of step. She is going to attack, goes up with a jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Bain.
Well, she tried the Talladega Nights shake and bake, but was unable to convert it.
Day drives, and I think that's going to be an offensive foul against Day.
Finally.
Yes.
I've been waiting all day for that one. But her aggressiveness finally gets the best of her. At that time, the two Greyhounds just say, we're just going to stand here, bring it to us, and she does. Tries to go right through them and instead commits the foul.
And once again, the Greyhounds have a chance to get a double-digit lead. Decker puts the ball on the floor, glides, and they are going to call, I believe, Tamara Decker with the offensive foul.
Just a little bit too aggressive, and now they're going to tee it up. And if that technical's on Decker, that'll put her out of the game.
Yep. That's a huge potential turn of events, Jody. And that is going to put Levings on the line to shoot. I'm surprised they're not having Day shoot the technicals. But, well, that's why their head coach is their head coach, because she knows what she's doing. Until Levings missed the free throw, and then I go back to my previous comment.
Yeah, Levings hadn't been at the free throw line all night. Days lived there, shooting 15 free throws tonight, making 13 of them. So there's a good chance that she was going to make a couple of these. Instead, they go 50% as they put Levings up to the line. And that was, in fact, a technical on Decker. So Decker's evening is done, and 6 points. But the bigger thing is she ends with 9 rebounds.
So, Oklahoma Christian with the ball. They are trailing by 7. Cross-courting the ball to Bradley. Bradley looking over the defense, puts the ball on the floor, goes to the spin. Out front, Day goes up with a 3. That is off the mark and is rebounded by Stacy Ajabiole. Into the front court, Natalie goes to the shake and bake move, takes the ball down to the baseline. That's going to be a shot up, and Ajabiole missed the shot.
Great pass by Stice, an easy layup that was missed.
Looking, they try and get the ball down low, and the ball is going to get thrown away. They tried to get the ball to Eppley, so a huge turnover there.
Yeah, so missed opportunities by both teams here as we get late into this game. 2:49 left. Greyhounds come back down with a 7-point lead.
A 3-possession game. Natalie with the ball. Glad to work hard. Julia Chavez goes with a reverse. Looks, goes up with a fadeaway J, and good!
Just dribbles all the way across the court, and then all of a sudden looks up and realizes, hey, there's nobody here. I'm going to put this one in. Back to a 9-point lead, 2:25 to go.
Day comes off the screen, looks, gets the ball to Bain. Bain takes the ball to Bradley. Bradley goes up with a shot, no good. The ball's going to get tipped, and it is going to be a mad scramble for the ball, and Ayanna McCurdy does the dolphin.
Say this, there's still been hustle out on the court for two teams that are just really playing out the season. It's been a fun game tonight.
Oh, no question about it. Day is going to attack the hoop, throws up the shot, and gets it to drop. That was good defense by McCurdy, but
28 points for Day, so she's working on getting to 30, which she's done one other time this year.
And there's going to be a turnover into the front court. Here's Bain getting the ball in the corner to Day, and then Day is going to step on the baseline.
So a turnover there when really right there you get it down and Day's able to hit a 2 or 3-pointer there. All of a sudden this game takes on a different complexion. Instead, with a minute 50 left, the Greyhounds will have a chance to kind of sit on this 7-point lead and hopefully build on it.
Well, the Greyhounds were doing what you're supposed to do against the press, which is get the ball to the middle. Chavez takes the ball down low, looks, gets the ball, and McCurdy lays it up and in.
A little bit lucky there. I thought we may have had a carry because that ball went up pretty high on Chavez, but no call, and instead a basket for the Greyhounds.
Yep, they cross-court the ball. Bain up with a 3. That's going to be nothing but net. It is down to a 7-point or 6-point game. I can do that.
So that puts Bain up to 20 points tonight as well.
McCurdy is going to dribble the ball in the front court. She is going to take the ball down to the baseline. Nussbaumer pivots, goes up with a shot, and she is going to get fouled. In a perfect world, she probably brings that out, and we try and run a little more clock, but she got fouled, so it all worked out.
Well, we were fortunate, though, there. That shoulder that she dropped a couple times tonight, they've called a foul on that, so she doesn't get the foul called on her. Instead, gets it going for her, gets the free throw line, puts that one up and in, and that's going to be her first point of the night.
And that makes it a 3-possession game again. Makes them both. And some full-court pressure being put on. Bradley is going to bring the ball up the court. He's going to take the ball across court. There's going to be a 3 ball from the corner. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Ross. Well, that could just about do it, Jody. 8-point game, 58 seconds to go, and they are going to foul McCurdy.
So McCurdy with 24 points will head to the line tonight where she has been perfect, shooting a 6 for 6 from the line tonight. So let's see if she can continue that. We probably have just given her the announcer's jinx, but we will find out here in due time.
Free throw up, free throw good. Okay, Jody, I'll do my best now. The last time the Greyhounds won, McCurdy was perfect from the free throw line, 8 for 8. And she does.
Stop the game right now, and she's 8 for 8.
Yep, exactly. Greyhounds up 10. We kind of like their chances with 50 seconds to go. There's going to be a 3 ball up that is going to be off the mark, and the ball rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy is going to get, wow. She got slapped right across the chest by Leving, and they didn't call anything.
Well, the official was running down the court and had looked away from the play, and sure enough, the hack-a-shack happens.
Yeah, clearly. But as it worked out, the Greyhounds get the ball, and they are going to call a timeout.
Jody, let's see here if the Eagles will just let it play out or if they're going to foul. They've been fouling the last few possessions.
Hannah Nussbaumer looking, gets the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy dribbling. He's going to come into the front court. Going to take the ball up off glass, missed the shot, got her own rebound, goes up, and she is just unstoppable.
So that puts McCurdy, tied at 28 for high points with Day.
That is going to be a 3 ball. That is going to be off the mark, and it is going to be, I think they're probably going to get Natalie Seitz for the foul on that.
So excited by the performance, I can hardly get her name out, but McCurdy is having quite a night. 28 points to go along with 12 rebounds. That's a double-double.
I have no idea what, I think this may be Ayana's high point mark as a Greyhound lady. Free throw up and good by Bradley. That was against Stice, her 4th. A couple of subs getting ready to check in. It'll be Laurel Rowe checking in and Anisha Hurst. So we've got our best free throw shooters on the floor right now. We get the ball in bounds to Anisha. Anisha hucks the ball up the court to Chavez. Chavez pivots, gets the ball to Hurst. No sense in fouling, ladies. It is a 10-point game, and Hurst is just going to dribble. Yep. And your final score is going to be 86. Well, no, they get the steal, and they put up a 3 at the buzzer. No good, and so your final score is 86-70.